Good morning, happy Wednesday. Proverbs 28:9. AMP. He who turns his ear away from listening to the law of God and man, even his prayer is repulsive to God. Proverbs 28:10. AMP. He who leads the upright astray on an evil path will himself fall into his own pit, but the blameless will inherit good. Proverbs 28:11. AMP. The rich man, who is conceited and relies on his wealth instead of God, is wise in his own eyes, but the poor man who is understanding, because he relies on God, is able to see through it. Proverbs 28:12. AMP. When the righteous triumph, there is great glory and celebration, but when the wicked rise to prominence, men hide themselves. Proverbs 28:13. AMP. He who conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but whoever confesses and turns away from his sins will find compassion and mercy. Proverbs 28:14. AMP. Blessed and favored by God is the man who fears sin and its consequence at all times, but he who hardens his heart and is determined to sin will fall into disaster. Luke 6:16. AMP. Judas, also called Thaddeus, the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor to the Lord. Luke 22:3. AMP. Then Satan entered Judas, the one called Iscariot, who was one of the 12 disciples. Matthew 26:14. AMP. Then one of the 12 disciples, who was called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests. Matthew 26:16. AMP. And from that moment Judas began looking for an opportune time to betray Jesus. Matthew 26:49. AMP. Immediately Judas went to Jesus and said, "Greetings, rejoice, Rabbi." And he kissed him, in a deliberate act of betrayal. Matthew 27:3. AMP. When Judas, his betrayer, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was gripped with remorse and returned the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders. Matthew 27:5. AMP. And throwing the pieces of silver into the temple sanctuary, he left, and went away and hanged himself. Acts 1:18. AMP. Now Judas Iscariot acquired a piece of land, indirectly, with the money paid him as a reward for his treachery, and falling headlong, his body burst open in the middle and all his intestines poured out. Acts 1:19. AMP. All the people in Jerusalem learned about this, so in their own dialect Aramaic they called the piece of land Hakeldama, that is, field of blood. Matthew 26:24. AMP. The Son of Man is to go to the cross, just as it is written in Scripture of him. But woe, judgment is coming to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been good for that man if he had never been born. John 12:12. AMP. The next day, when the large crowd who had come to the Passover feast heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem. John 12:13. AMP. They took branches of palm trees, in homage to him as king, and went out to meet him, and they began shouting and kept shouting Hosanna. Blessed, celebrated, praised, is he who comes in the name of the Lord, even the King of Israel. Mark 9:7. AMP. Then a cloud formed, overshadowing them, and a voice came out of the cloud, "This is my beloved Son. Listen to him and obey him." SunnyKim800.com on social media. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow.